let Leth play. I mean, I have nothing against Leth subbing himself in. I mean, I guess they're gonna have to do that if Speed isn't here soon. Then Leth will just have to play. Now here he is, Speed. Speed is here, everybody. Welcome to him. Let's get ready to get this one started. Welcome. Oh, for goodness sake, Speed's just... He's typing... I asked him if they're ready, and he's typing a whole bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with whether or not he's ready. I'm just going to start the match. Let's see what happens. I thought about a hoops show match. No, not really. I mean, our hoops are a tournament with RLCS players. You'd think you'd struggle to get RLCS teams playing in a hoops tournament without a massive amount of money. And if you're putting that much money into a tournament, people probably just want to see them play threes because that's what they're best at. It's a great pass by Cox. And Speed opens his scoring. And he's quicker off the mark in game 1 than he was to arrive in the series in the first place. It's a great pass though by Cox. Bluey had no chance as he tried to dive across and save that one. And this is a real problem matchup for Triple Trouble. The fact that they did lose yesterday to RCD means that if they also lose today... Oh, hold on a second though. Rix has just pinched it over everybody off the ground. Well, obviously, you'd expect there to be somebody covered in the shot here. Either Scrub or Speed has to take responsibility for goalkeeping. But really well struck by Rix nonetheless. It's 1-1 already. And we might have a bit of a goal glut here. Like I was going to say though, TT, they really need a win here if they're going to have a good chance of qualifying. And even if they do win, they have to do well against Rec to do so. To qualify, that is. Nice little mind game by Tadpole. Takes Speed out of the game. Cox and Scrub mix up, and it's another goal for Rix. Last time, we had nobody going to the ball in defense for Mouz. Now we have everybody going at the wrong time. And Scrub couldn't make it back to the goal line to save that one because he was getting boxed off the ball. Triple Trouble already causing problems. You're not the first RLRS team today to cause problems. Already seen NLE take down TSM. We've seen Servette go all the way to game 5 against Barca. Can Triple Trouble go one better and take down Mouz in Mouz's first game of the tournament? Boost seal by TT. Also a forward run onto the goalkeeper. That's composure by Cuxer, getting behind the ball goal side, making sure that nothing is going to go wrong. But man, it continues to be a bit of a mess in defense for Mouz. Everybody's getting in each other's way. Offensively, they are creating chances though. Scrub let that one get away from him. Wanted a run-on shot, but he couldn't catch up to the ball. Still though, Speed waits in the middle and he gets his second goal of the game. I think the initial plan there for Scrub was to shoot it, but he won't be too sad of the outcome. Rix has accidentally centered the ball and Speed read it well. He was in the perfect position to intercept that clear because it went in almost the exact way that Scrub's center ball would have gone. That's almost another goal for TT though. Mouz defense looking a bit all over the place, and that's not what you would expect when you put all these players in the team. Scrub initially, of course, famous for his defensive ability. Same can be said about Cuxer back in the day, but you know, with the ever-evolving game that Rocket League 3v3 is, you don't just have a fully functional defense because you put teams or a full team of players who know how to make saves in the same team. They need to rotate well. They have to use their boost efficiently. And they have to avoid double commits as much as possible. That's been their biggest problem so far. Bluey, little break of rotation to take the ball away from Scrub. Tadpole trying to give Rix his third goal of the game, but Rix a bit too far forward. This is looking a lot better for Mouz now. Partly because Triple Trouble have slowed down. Mouz still have to be careful not to get all clumped up in one area of the field. When that happens, their communication doesn't seem to do the job for them. It just becomes a bit chaotic. Tadpole trying to center the ball, ends up clearing it. And now here comes Scrubkiller down the left wing. Last man Rix gets in the way of him. He doesn't get the ball past Speed. Everybody's just lumping the ball forward right now. No passes connecting for either team. Wide rotations, under boost on most players. Cox tries to drop it down to Speed. Bluey nips in front of him and takes him out of the game. Cuxer. This gives the ball straight to Bluey, who was still respawning. Speed and Rix match each other for speed in the air. Tadpole needs a reset to continue this play forward. It will, but not too far before Cux and Scrub can get rid of it. Tadpole slams another one into the middle. That's dangerous. There's an uncontested back post shot for Bluey. He couldn't do much with it. Long clears for both teams in game one. The Triple Trouble are looking a bit more deliberate with their passing plays. There have been opportunities for Mouz to pass the ball, but most of them are just spur of the moment. Not too much planning involved. Triple Trouble have a bit more calculated effort, and that's going to be 2-1, or 3-2 rather, but a 1-goal lead nonetheless. As Tadpole backs away from a 50-50 quite well. He didn't even have to drive into the ball here, because Scrubkilla is trying to squash the ball into the man in front of Tadpole, and it ended up being more of a direct hit than a 50-50 like he wanted. This is trouble now for Mouz, not just because they're losing, but because they haven't had much cohesion in offense. Triple Trouble have had a lot more. You know, looking at these two teams and thinking about some of the problems that they've had recently, you can understand why Triple Trouble might have a good matchup here, because Mouz haven't looked the most organised in our LCS. They have been pretty messy, not having the best start to their league. Whereas Triple Trouble, they look pretty organised. The only loss that they have on their record in this tournament so far is just a RCD team who have been impressing everybody, and several RLCS players have said that RCD are the team to watch coming out of RLRS at the moment. So Triple Trouble losing to them in a 5-game set is not that disappointing overall. Obviously still disappointing, but it's not a disastrous defeat. They're only 10 seconds away from taking a 1-0 lead here, and they've looked like the more organised team while doing it. Mouz have got a lot to do. They were all over the place at times defensively, and the passing plays after the very first one haven't really been there, and they've been too obvious when they have, and that's 1-0 Triple Trouble. Not too difficult in the end to get the ball into the ground. Well, where do Mouz go from here? If they end up losing this, they must be a bit worried, because they're thinking, well, we just lost to the team that lost to RCD, so still having RCD to play will end up being a lot more scary. And not just that, but they'd have Rec to play. This is really, looking at the standings right now, the team that Mouz should have the easiest game against. And this game looks far from easy for them. Maybe they could turn it around in game 2. If game 1 is anything to go by, Triple Trouble have got this one under control. Tadpole, the very uncontested aerial here, does not land his flip reset though. Cuxer is forward, playing interference. Speed up and into the ceiling. It's a little quick check there by Scrub, but he didn't get behind the ball afterwards. He was very quick to take a look and see if anybody was coming for him. He knew Bluey was approaching, but he didn't get behind the ball. Ended up bouncing over it as Bluey just went straight through him. That's an early goal for TT. And here they come forward again, relatively uncontested until late in the flight path. Rix tries to dump it down into the middle. Bluey is there. Scrubkilla doesn't have much support, but now he's got some backup coming. Tadpole and Rix handle him. Double touch off the ceiling for Speed. Bluey, last man. Had a lot of respect for Speed's ability in that position. Got the ball clear. Scrub will know all about Bluey and how dangerous he can be as a player. They've got a lot of history together and against each other. So far, Bluey's got the better side of the bargain today. But Mouz are looking a bit more organised defensively at least. Spreading out more. No double commit so far, just that one misplay on a 50-50 by Scrub costing them early on. But Triple Trouble have shown us time and time again that they're perfectly happy sitting back on a 1-goal lead. They don't feel the need to add more goals to their tally, at least not with unnecessary risk involved. Bluey accepts a 50-50 challenge. Tadpole's alone at the back here against Speed. Can Speed make something happen? Side flip shot lined up, and it goes past Tadpole. And that's a matchup that you would always take Speed in. He's got a lot more 1v1 experience. Tadpole just didn't see the side flip shot coming. He was motionless, waiting for a 50-50, it would seem. The Speed gets a reward for all of the time he's put into that playlist. You know, I've talked to Scrub recently. He's trying to get back into ones because he feels like his own mechanical abilities suffered recently because he stopped playing the game mode. Oh, hold on a second. That's just rolled in for Cuck's end to end. 2-1 now for Mouz. And that's really not what you'd expect off a center ball. Coming from Triple Trouble, Tadpole just completely missed his touch. And they're gonna have to dig themselves out of a bit of a hole now. So, you know, a couple of ineffective challenges have cost them. Oh, well, that's a quick way to do it, though. They're right back in the game. And it's a Tadpole kickoff goal. I guess he's been a 1v1 main secretly his whole life. This is such a weird series. Very difficult to predict. Goals are coming from positions you wouldn't usually expect them to come from in a 3v3 match. We've got a dribbling goal, we've got a kickoff goal. We've got a cross-pitch slow roller. None of these are usually synonymous with 3v3 at the highest level. Now, who's going to step it up? I know both these teams have another gear. Mouz maybe have two. They've got to find it if they're going to have an easy win today. Triple Trouble are certainly playing well enough to give them a good series here. They already are. 2 minutes left. Cuckster downfield. No contact on that touch. Ran out of boost just at the last second. Tadpole tries to dribble. Doesn't get it past anybody. Cucks has decided to go for that one and misses. Scrub kill on target. Save well at top corner by Tadpole. And actually nobody back to help Ricks. This is dangerous. Is anyone at the back post for Mouz? Looks like Scrub was headed that way, but he didn't get there in time. You know, if Mouz start utilizing this far post position more in offense, they're going to get so many opportunities. The ball keeps on crossing over to the far post, and there's never anybody there for Mouz. They're all queuing up in the middle of the field to just follow in a straight line and attack from the same position. They can maybe spread out their offense, start supporting to the far side, they'll have more success, but hey, for the time being, they've all just been smashed out of the game. Take a look at Tadpole on the back line here, takes out Cucks, and he continues onwards, takes out Scrub as well, and that's a wide open net for Bluey to put in. They're 1 goal in front again. Mouz caught sleeping, and now they're caught between a rock and a hard place. 1 minute. They still need 1 goal. Scrub killer reads the ceiling bounce, but so does Tadpole. And actually, looks like Triple Trouble might be the team who are more threatening late in the game here. They've advanced their challenges way up the field. They don't want to give Mouz any space to work with. The Mouz are not reacting too well to that as of yet. Cucks has an option out wide. He finds it. Speed is going to use that far side of the field that we talked about. But the final touch is not there for Mouz. They just can't connect in the last third of the field. Cuckster infield to Speed. It's read easily by Ricks. It was so obvious. And it was hit slowly as well. Not like the booming center balls that we've been seeing in all the other series today. Speed just gets in the way of Bluey's shot. They've only got 10 seconds left in the game though. They still need a goal. That's free for Cucks though, and it's gone in. Bluey scrambling back but couldn't get there. But it was the aerial battle win in the midfield that got them the goal. Tadpole flies right by the ball. Although he's been a force in offense this game, defensively he could be doing a lot better. And with 4 seconds left in the game, he'll be kicking himself for giving Mouz a chance to come back in the game. Hold on a second though. Tadpole on 0 wins the game And that is how you redeem yourself. He is a 1v1 main. He just got the ball past Scrub with no time left on the clock. Wow, what a hot and cold performance from Tadpole in offense. He's doing everything for his team. And then defensively, he's invisible. But hey, it worked out. To come back from multiple defensive misplays and still be consistent when it matters most, that shows you what kind of fight Triple Trouble have got in them. They're never giving up, and they're never losing track of the main objective. You know, it doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get the win. And they have got the win today. All the misplays can be forgotten, all the misses, all the whiffs. Because now they've got Mouz on triple match points. Why do RLCS teams suck? I don't think RLCS teams necessarily suck. I think that's a bit of a strong way of putting it, but being more specific to the series we're currently watching, it looks like there's just not much cohesion coming out of Mouz. Their passing hasn't really been good enough. Their positioning off the ball hasn't really been good enough. They're not giving each other options to hit the ball in different positions. Who's actually out of the game right now? Is it Bluey? No, it's Tadpole must have disconnected. Oh, well, that's going to be a restart. Yeah, one of the issues recently that EU RLCS teams are having against EU RLRS teams is mechanical. In the past, there was just a huge mechanical discrepancy, and RLCS teams could go in and just focus entirely on what they're doing and win based off the fact that they're just faster to the ball and they're hitting the ball more effectively. But yeah, that's no longer the case. RLRS teams have stepped up their mechanical ability, and now RLCS teams are having to win. RLCS teams are having to win with team play. They're having to win with passing, and that's not always something that is a strength of theirs. Some teams need a lot of time to practice together in order to get up to that level of team play. It's not always that a team will come together and straight away get results. Yes, it sometimes happens, but that honeymoon period never really happened for Mouz. They've got to work through this. They know that they've got the individual ability, and if they can, work with their coach Leth on fixing their issues, then everybody knows that they could be a force to be reckoned with. But unfortunately, potential ability and future results don't matter in a tournament like this. They have to perform on the day, and they're not performing well enough today. Triple Trouble have had their number 2 games in a row, and let's see if they can do it a third time and not just beat Mouz, but really destroy their win-loss record in their first series. It's on target, and it's just in for Bluey. Speed got on the outside of the ball. He wanted to trick Triple Trouble here. He wanted to fake a wall clear, then cut in field and maybe get a pass, maybe get a dribble started. But the danger with that is if you're on the outside of the ball and you take a 50-50, it can just fly on target, and that's what's happened. There's no goalie there. Speaking of which, no goalie here either. Cuxer tries to play the ball to the back corner, but Scrubkill has cheated up, and they have no backup plan for if the kickoff doesn't go well. Their plan there, it looks like, was to bring speed in from the back corner. Scrubkiller wanted more. He wanted to cheat forward and maybe get Cuxer winning the kickoff. They're just not on the same page, and Triple Trouble are dominating them now in a matchup that looked close early on. It's good speed by Bluey as he came out to challenge. He's still very much part of the game on the far side here. Tadpole, rather, being an option for Bluey, I should say. Ricks shooting top corner. He's able to follow up with a dunk on speed. This is real bad for Mouz. Their individual ability has not outclassed Triple Trouble, like I'm sure some people expected in this matchup. I personally didn't think that they would be, able to just bully and out-mechanic Triple Trouble with this lineup. Certainly not with speed, maybe with the tricks that Cux and Scrub can bring to the table. Oh, that's close. Nice pass infield by Scrub. One of the first times that Mouz have been able to connect with each other in offense. Cox into the ceiling. Gets another touch on it as well, but it's not much use for them as Triple Trouble advancing, making progress. And not for the first time this series as the ball crosses over from left to right, from right to left. There's nobody there on the far side of the field for Mouz to utilize the cross-field pass. They're all boxed in, boxed up. They're all in a line in offense for most of the time. And that's almost a third goal. It might still be. It will be. Hat-trick for Bluey. 3-0 for Triple Trouble. And there's just no third man there to contest the last ball. Cox on the goal line with nothing to say for himself. And it's looking like the worst showing possible for Mouz in the business end of the series. The part of the series where they're supposed to be elevating their game and showing that they are the better team with a slow start. But slow start or no, they're just not the better team today, it would seem. Triple Trouble are easily disposing of them. They're handling the offense that Mouz brings to the table, and they're not giving Mouz many chances to handle theirs. Bluey walks in and challenges Scrubkiller with ease. You know, if you'd reversed the team colors today, switched the nameplates, people wouldn't have been surprised. They would have thought, well, yeah, of course Mouz makes solo plays and outplay Triple Trouble. They are, of course, the RLCS team. And if you look at the individual talent of their lineup, you expect that from them. But it's actually been Triple Trouble who are making plays on Mouz. They have been superior. And they're currently on a fast track to a 3-0 win. That would leave RLRS teams at the top of the table in Group D. Mouz completely lost here. They're completely stuck for what to do. They can't even get the ball out of their half at the moment. They're trying to keep control of the possession. They're trying to pass the ball. But everywhere they look, there's a Triple Trouble player ready to challenge them, ready to get in the way, and ready to send the ball back into the middle. Boost steals are coming in at all angles as well. It's a risky 50-50 by Bluey, but it's well blocked by Rix. Scrubkiller brings it down. That's a great demo off the ball, but Bluey's stepped in with a fake challenge from deep in the midfield. Deep in the backfield, I should say. And he had Scrub shooting earlier than he really wanted to. Look at that clock, only 33 seconds left, and Mouz are still scoreless. Cuxter tries to fire on target, but it's an awkward angle. And he took off very vertically for it. Tadpole with a huge clear ball. Rix is ready to follow up on it. And he's trying to make a solo play onto Scrub as well. It's wide open for Bluey. 4 goals in 1 game for the new signing. And Speed has left the match. He's seen enough. What a devastating loss for him in particular, being a former member of the Triple Trouble lineup. But to be 3-0'd today, that is just something that I don't think anybody expected. We all knew that Triple Trouble would be dangerous. We all knew that there would be a chance, just like in the first series of the day, NLE versus TSM. But to come in and 3-0 Mouz and also just dominate in the last game, that leaves some questions as to where Mouz are going to go from here, because this is devastating. Not just to their chances in this tournament, but to their run of form overall as a team. They're not doing too hot right now in our LCS. They've got some very tough matches coming up there, and it doesn't get any easier here either. They've got RCD and they've got Rec to come, and if today's anything to go by, I wouldn't bet on them against either of those teams. Wow, 3-0 and even an early leave by Speed. That's just another win for Triple Trouble mentally. Just absolute madness. Absolute madness today in TEI. Bluey, are any of you guys hopping on Discord for a post-series interview on that one? I know a lot of people are going to want to hear your thoughts on winning 3-0 against Mouz and Speed in particular. RCD Espanol and Triple Trouble top of the table. Reciprocity, of course, yet to play. Speed interview, I don't think Speed's going to want to have an interview after that one. You want an interview, Scrub? Well, Scrub, if you want an interview, can I'll interview the winners first, and I'll interview you. I mean, you could just interview them all together if you want. I don't really mind. Who's in my Discord? Are any of them already in? Just join a chat channel if you're already in there, and I'll pull you into. Yes, go. Okay, we're gonna get a joint winner and loser interview potentially. I might have to link this. Lethimer's gonna join as well. Okay. Man, this should be interesting. Got the whole squadron coming in. Leth, I'm going to link you my Discord. You can pass it on to anybody who wants to join. Bluey, I'm going to link you my Discord as well. You can pass it on to anybody who wants to join. This is going to be an absolute mess. What is about to go down? I don't know. Why did I agree to this? I've heard of loser interviews. I've definitely heard of winner interviews, but I've never heard of winner-loser interviews. But yeah, any of you guys who want to interview about that match, just join any of the voice channels on my Discord and I'll pull you into top secret. We can have a chat about the game. Hello?
What's up?
Yo, so yeah, obviously, first of all, let's not have any swears. We're doing pretty well for that today. I think we're on 0 swears.
Nice.
So very nicely done. I don't think Caesar is... No, this is just some random. Okay, I'm not going to pull him in. But yeah... Boys. Oh, wait. Leth is gone. Maybe I'll pull him back in.
Oops, he's escaped.
Sorry, I was on browser.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, like I said, not that I have any fear with you, Leth, but yeah, let's keep the language clean.
Yep.
I know it's going to be must be pretty devastating for you guys after that match, but what are your initial thoughts?
Just motivates me.
Yeah, okay, Scrub, what are your thoughts, Scrub, on...
Well, I never played against that team before today, so I never played against them. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, I just after the first game, after the first 2 games, pretty confident we're gonna get a reverse sweep. But the start to the third game was a bit of a shambles. So
I think every game had a bit of an unfortunate result. Like we had a pretty good confidence going into first game, and then that pinch goal.
Yeah,
you can't really expect Speed to like. I know you said something on stream about how like one of you guys have to cover that, but like to expect that pinch, that it didn't even look like it was going to pinch up. Like it looked like it was going to be a roller, and Cooks had the higher hit.
Oh yeah.
Or the lower hit.
It's not one mistake that lost us this entire thing. I think
it's over.
So I was honestly I've never been so confused in a competitive series in my life. Every time I play RLCS, I'm really confident, right?
Yeah.
I'm really confident in my ability, but I had absolutely no idea this time. But I was really shook. But the problem with me was I kept pushing too far up as a third man. I should have stayed further back. But
I think we were also talking about how passes like weren't working against them because all they would do was just pre-jump them. So like I was saying that we need to do more solo plays to start off and break defense, and then throw in some passing plays after they're not set up.
Yeah, yeah. So talking a bit about those solo plays, I mean, I didn't expect to see so many solo plays coming out of Triple Trouble actually, because they've not really done too much of that in other series I've seen them play.
So I'm going for demo plays. It was a demo us like 50 times.
Yeah.
Solo plays is what opens
honestly, that's normally what I do to other, like they kind of done to us, but like I tried to do other teams.
Think about that one game, right, where we were tied 3-3, or was it 3-3? I can't remember. Was it overtime?
No, it was 0 seconds.
Was it 0 seconds?
Yeah.
Where Speed was up the wall and brought it up around the outside, and Cooks tried to jump up for it, and he got dunked. Like we end up going for things that like aren't even threatening for us, but we could just let it happen and then recollect ourselves. And it's definitely something we've been working on. And since we're still a new team, playing all these teams that have been pretty established, like we literally, like what? It was like a week before RLCS, and we got the setup.
Yeah, very last.
At the end of the day, we played terrible, but
it wasn't a great day. Obviously, we actually play. It's funny because FCB 3-2 Geneva, but we were destroying them in scrims right before. So like, it's just a weird. I don't know.
Doesn't matter,
it's a weird place. It doesn't matter. Like it's just we were feeling confident going into the matches, but obviously we haven't played Triple Trouble in a long time. So
what's the expectations now going forward? You have to play against RCD and also Reciprocity, who are 2 very tough teams. First of all, obviously Reciprocity you know quite well, so that's going to be more of a familiar matchup. But if the Triple Trouble kind of unfamiliarity was a problem for you today, are you worried about that going into the RCD matchup as well?
No,
because they've been
not at all.
They've been
No.
impressing a lot of other people. I don't know. Have you seen them play?
Yeah, but they're gonna rotate like an actual CVT team. And I've got a question. What triple trouble on RS?
What are they? I think
Yeah.
they're 2 wins, 2 losses or something. Fifth or
Right,
sixth in
that's
the
great
standings.
news because if I have to play them in RLCS, I'm gonna have to jump in the window.
What
So
was
if they stay in that league, that's great for me.
what was going
And
on with?
knowing Tadpole's luck, they're not gonna get to RLCS.
Oof! Oh man, that's
But
right.
I shouldn't be saying that.
I'm
After
not gonna
speaking.
take
I
part
did.
in this
They
trash
did just
talking,
clap
but-
us, so I can't really say much. I'm not gonna lie.
What happened to Speed? Did he have to go at the end there? Did he need to run to the
He
shops
wasn't-
or
he wasn't
something?
really-
I think you had to.
There were the shops about to close. He needed to go get some milk for tomorrow morning. What was
The shops are about to close. I think he actually had to dive out his window to even get to the shop
Yeah,
in
I
time.
mean-
He had to like sprint out. He just had to like clamber out the window and that.
Yeah,
I think I heard
poor
like
man.
some thud actually. As
He fell out the window. Oh no! I really hope that he was not doing another kind of jump out a window in that case. I mean, I didn't think the loss to TT was gonna hit him that hard, but
No, he's honestly fine. Like, I mean, him leaving was just like it was GG's. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what
Yeah, no.
team's gonna get 4 goals and
no,
Well,
I don't really
I
have a
won't say
problem
though,
with that.
right?
Did you get is that like allowed in RLCS? Are you allowed to just leave early?
No, you get fined.
Really? Why?
So,
I think it's a great storyline. Oh, somebody just rage quit. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it is. silly.
Welcome
And
to Rock League.
They get mad
think
about it
it's
because
so
of
funny.
scores, like the scoreboard. That's all they care about.
It's content. I guess maybe for
makes it hard to
stats.
record
I don't know if
purposes.
RLCS. I've heard that word content.
Oh wait, maybe I guess because they do give like in RLCS you win actual money for being a top goal scorer and stuff. So maybe you need to play on till the end for that. That reason.
Yeah, because it messes up like goal per game and stats and stuff. So does overtime though too. I feel like standard overtime times kind of mess up with shots and stuff too. So I think it should be a separate stat.
Yeah, I think so.
Are they
too.
just switching over? Are they switching? They want to be interviewed?
I
I
wanna hear
think,
what
yeah,
they're
I'm
saying.
definitely going to talk to Triple Trouble. I think we're
Okay.
going to have way too many voices in the call, so I better just
Yeah.
Okay.
join in with them. But yeah, thanks for
Okay.
talking to us, guys. I know it's not always done to do after a loss, but I appreciate the
Don't worry,
insight.
don't worry, it's
Fine,
fine.
it's
It's
all
fine.
And yeah,
We'll
best of
bounce
luck.
back tomorrow, Johnny.
Yeah, hopefully,
We'll be in top form tomorrow.
hopefully we can
Trust.
figure out.
You have my word. You have my word. You have
Okay,
my word on
I
that.
am.
For the rest of the season.
The thing I'm less confident about is that tomorrow's match will even be scheduled because I haven't got a clue what's going on.
I think aren't we set up for tomorrow?
Hey,
I think we are.
we're gonna have to figure that one out after the stream, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
I have no idea when scrims are. So
Yeah,
you're gonna
best
have
of
to
luck.
Yeah, it's in shambles right now.
All right, best of luck, guys. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck this weekend with RLCS as well.
Thank you.
No, not a false promise, chat. Real promise.
All right, so that was Scrub and Leth just after a loss. They're not taking it too badly, it would seem. I think Triple Trouble are joining in. I'm waiting to see them in a voice channel in my Discord. Are they in here somewhere? I can't see them. But yeah, my Discord link is public, so they could just click on it if they want to come and chat to us. And then, yeah, if Rams was there. Oh, okay. Oh, I see Rams. Okay, hold on. See, maybe their names are different on Discord. I'll move Rams. Okay, I've got Rams here. Hello? Rams?
Hello.
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 So wait,
Tad's having difficulties joining. I think he's banned from your Discord.
he's banned from my Discord. What?
Potentially, I don't know. You can't join.
Yesterday, VP was saying he's banned on my How are people banned on everything? What have you guys been saying?
Rix is up if you want to.
Oh,
grab
yeah,
him,
yeah.
I
I've got
think.
Rix. Okay. Rix, got you. Hello?
Whoa. Hello.
Wait, there's just a massive channel up here of a bunch of random people. Wait, I can see a tadpole in there. Let me pull him down.
No,
Is it
the
just-
fake tadpoles. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Is that not tadpole?
No, it is. It is.
Don't do it.
Oh, no, we almost got debated hard there. Wait, I see Bluey's in AFK. Shall I move him, or is that a fake Bluey as well?
That's definitely a fake blue as
Oh, for
well.
goodness sake.
What?
This is so
Yeah.
scuffed. So
That is banned.
I don't know how to even unban people on Discord. I don't know why he's banned, but I don't know
Oh,
how to
Bluey is there
unban
now.
either.
Tad said.
Move
Get
Bluey.
me. How do you unban?
I haven't got a clue, mate. I don't know. I don't know. Bluey's in the bathroom. No, that's
Yes.
Wait, is that actually Bluey?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
actually
that's him,
Bluey.
that's
He's in
him.
the bathroom.
Is that the real Bluey?
Yeah,
the
the
real
first
Bluey?
one.
Oh my, there's so many Blueys. I think I've got the real one. Is the one
I'm
that I
changing
just
my name
put
to Blue as
into hot dog water the real Bluey?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my
Hello,
God.
Bluey?
What's up?
Is that? Oh, that's the real Bluey. Thank
That
goodness.
is me. It is me.
That was the real Blue.
There's so many fake.
Yeah, I don't.
There's so many fake Blueys. What? Oh no. Yeah, maybe Tadpole could join in a different account and change his name.
Yeah.
But we've got some time, so it's fine. Let's chat to you guys while we see if that can happen. Oh, there's so many fake Tadpoles. Oh no. Everybody in my Discord's changing their name to Tadpole. I'm never gonna know who to pull in. This is so scuffed. Hey, but yeah, listen, you just got a 3-0 win against Mouz. Was that expected today? Did you think you're gonna win coming
Yeah.
into this one?
100%.
100% says Bluey.
I was 100% confident we were going to beat them. 100%. We're just a better team. 100%.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, but it's true. I'm fully confident in my team and my team's ability to beat Mouse.
So
Mouse
ju-
are a very good team. Mouse are a very good team, and I do respect them, but we are the better team.
So Scrub at the end of our chat with him said that he's pretty worried if you guys come up into RLCS, he doesn't want to play you. He said he didn't have a clue what was going on during that game. And then I also
Yeah,
caught a comment later where he said that he's not worried about RCD because they're actually going to rotate like a normal team, which I imagine is a little bit of a diss at you guys. What have you got to say about that?
It kind of
I
makes
mean-
sense. We were scrimming them in the off season, and then they decided to cancel all scrims because they rage quit us like 3 games in or something. So it makes sense as to why they feel that way, I guess. But
Just trying to avoid us.
maybe if they practiced against other
Scrims
teams, they would be able to play against us. That'd be a good thing to do. It's kind of the point of scrims, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, you guys are in with a good chance now. You need to obviously either beat Rec or rely on other results to go in your favor. It is actually possible that you guys qualify with a loss to Reciprocity if Reciprocity beat everybody and Mouz beat RCD. So it's possible. You're giving yourself a pretty good chance with your current win-loss record, but I know you guys aren't going to want to go down that route. Like, what's the plan against Reciprocity? Just get as many games as possible, or are you taking it to them?
I mean, of course, when we go into a game, we want to win every single game, obviously. So we're going to be confident against Reciprocity. We're just going to play our own game, really.
Of course, you've got some
fun like we did
history with
today.
that team, Bluey. So is that going to be especially juicy for you?
I mean, I know how Fair and Chaucer play. I mean, I know how all of them play. I've played against all of them. So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting game for sure when we play Reciprocity. I think it'll be close.
Right. All the fake tadpoles have left the Discord.
It's
Maybe
just,
Lenny
the
banned
culling.
them all. But I don't see any real one either, unless that one in AFK is real.
No.
No, definitely not.
That's not a real tadpole. Okay. Lenny said that he unbanned him, so Lenny's better at Discord than
message
me.
him.
But
You're unbanned. No.
I don't know. I don't know if he can get in still. I definitely wanted to know his thoughts on beating Speed and Speed having to leave early to go to the shops.
Sorry,
You okay
I have a bit
there?
of a cough. Nah, I just got a bit of a cough.
Okay. I
Sorry.
hope it's just a cough, mate.
Yeah, it's
We've
nothing.
seen the
corona,
news
I hope.
recently.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunately, I'm a real gamer, so I don't really leave my room. So I doubt it's going to be that.
That's the best protection, to be honest.
Yo,
Just
that is
never
indeed.
Never going
Oh,
outside.
Tad's here.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
here.
yeah, there he
It's
is.
in.
He's
Oh wait,
the
which
one
one
that
is he?
looks like that.
There's 3.
Is it the one
The,
that's,
the blue background with that hat.
Oh wait, yeah, the one that's deafened.
Yeah.
That one.
I think I got him.
Hello.
I think I got him.
What are we doing?
Oh, he's quiet. Hold on, I've bumped up the
Finally,
volume.
I'm banned.
Yes, Lenny knows how to Discord better than me, apparently. But yeah, not sure if you were listening on stream, but Tadpole, what's it like to beat Speed? Is that just like a little cherry on top of, winning
I
a
love
3-0
nothing
series?
more.
Nothing more than beating Speed.
Nothing more. We tended it like in scrims and stuff. He very much hates playing against me. I knew, like, even the first game, there was a bouncing ball off our backboard that 99% of the time that I would just clear, and he pre-jumped it about 3 seconds before. So I knew he was trying to read me too far ahead. So I play completely differently against Mouz than I would against any other team. Like I never get demos against other teams, but against Mouz I do it all the time.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good strategy to do against Mouz because I can already hear Scrub yelling whenever he gets demoed. Even though he's not streaming or anything, I can still hear him.
Well, the
Sometimes
last
I
thing
can hear
Scrub said
Jesse
about-
as well. I'm not sure why, but he's not
The
even in
last
the
thing
game.
that Scrub said about me on his stream was that I'm not dangerous to play against.
Oof.
Which,
It's just
yeah,
Scrub has
considering
got
I've
the most
never lost to him
ridiculous.
in a competitive environment.
I don't know how he says everything wrong. Like he'll say things like I'm not losing to PSG this year and then lose 5 times to PSG. Oh no, Scrub, you just gotta stop talking, mate. It's not working out for you. But yeah, so overall, you guys and RCD seem to be doing pretty well in this group. But talking about the RCD matchup, what's going on there? Because they keep on coming back from behind and beating you guys. Like, what's the solution?
I think as much as, well, without any sort of disrespect to RCD, I think we tend to lose those series ourselves. And like even when I watch back the replays, the difference between game 4 and 5 compared to game 1 and 2 is massive, and we tend to just lose ourselves and lose the regular decision making when we play against them. So I don't think it's like an RCD thing. I think it's an us thing. It's something that maybe comes from being a newer team. I'm not sure, but I think it'll be fine overall. I'm glad we've already played them in RLRS and that's out the way, so we can just concentrate on other teams.
Yeah, they are looking pretty scary. They've had a few compliments from RLCS players who have watched them and think that they're pretty legit. RLRS as a whole is definitely looking very competitive with RLCS. And you just have to look at today's matches to know. With two RLCS teams getting 3-0'd and Barca nearly getting reverse swept by Servette, who are really struggling in RLRS at the moment. Like, what is it that's making RLRS teams more competitive now than they used to be in the past?
I think it's a change in meta, if I'm honest. I think what Speed kind of said, he said, like, obviously about ball chase meta and stuff like that. It's true to an extent in that RCD are a good example of it, where the playstyle is much more aggressive than they used to be. When me and Bluey got promoted 2018 with Red Reserve and Savage, that tended to be much more controlled gameplay and good rotations, good passing. Now it's not as rewarded as much.
Bluey and controlled gameplay. I've never,
Johnny, what are you trying to say?
I've never heard that in the same sentence before.
Take that back right now. Take that back.
I've never heard it before. But you guys are definitely in with a good shot here. Got to wait and see what the other results are. When's your next game, actually? It's actually the last game of the week, which is great for you guys. You get to see exactly what happens between Mouz, Rec, and RCD. But yeah, who are you expecting, once all those games have taken place? Who do you think is going to be at the top?
I think Rec. Well, it depends if Mouz want to actually turn up at some point, but I think Rec.
Oh. And Mouz are just getting roasted. They're just getting booted while they're down today. The poor guys. But yeah, Rams, I have to ask you before we head off. Like, what's what's it like coaching this team? You obviously have had quite a lot of experience now coaching multiple teams. Like, what does this lineup do well compared to other teams that you've worked with in the past?
I think we're all very focused on winning. I think that's the thing I really enjoy. I've worked with other teams where, maybe 2/3 of the roster might be more on board than one of the players, or sometimes it's a bit lopsided in that regard. But I think this one's very equal, level-headed. We all have the same intentions. We all want to help each other win. So I think that's the best thing with this. And having two ex-RLCS players, the previous RLCS EU MVP, is a huge buffer. And being able to work with them is a real honor. So I'm really excited for the future of it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are very excited to see next week's game. Good luck in that when it comes. First of all, good luck in RLRS this weekend. Do you have 1 or 2 games this weekend in RLRS?
We don't this weekend.
Oh, you don't actually play this weekend? Week off?
Yeah.
I never understand the RLRS schedule. You have weeks off. What is that about?
Yeah. We're going to be against We Them Girls and RJM next week. So that's going to be a really pivotal week, I think. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, that's huge, actually. Yeah, definitely. RLRS format is not the exact same as RLCS, but you need How high up the standings do you need to be to have a chance of qualifying for RLCS next season? Top 3 only.
First is automatic. Second and third is promotion tournament.
Man, that's brutal, but hey, it looks possible for sure. Definitely looks possible. But yeah, thanks for you guys taking the time to talk to us. With any luck, we'll get to talk to you again after your last match next Thursday. Best of luck in that when it comes. And congratulations again on the huge win today, smashing Mouz and teaching them how to rotate.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for hosting as well.
Maybe
No
we can
problem.
teach them not to lose a game next time.
Okay, guys. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.
But
Man, Mouz are just getting roasted. The poor guys. I mean, I wasn't gonna go. I was maybe a little bit of a culprit there, but honestly, you know, shout out again to Scrub and Leth for talking to us after their loss. 'Cause I know that's not always easy to do, but yeah, we all love someone who's willing to make predictions and make like content like that just by opening their mouth. Scrub's great for that. Like all the things you say, even if it backfires or works out, it's always interesting to hear. So that's definitely something to appreciate. It's not always that a team will come together and straight away get results. Yes, it sometimes happens, but that honeymoon period never really happened for Mouz. They've got to work through this. They know that they've got the individual ability, and if they can, work with their coach Leth on fixing their issues, then everybody knows that they could be a force to be reckoned with. But unfortunately, potential ability and future results don't matter in a tournament like this. They have to perform on the day, and they're not performing well enough today. Triple Trouble have had their number 2 games in a row, and let's see if they can do it a third time and not just beat Mouz, but really destroy their win-loss record in their first series. It's on target, and it's just in for Bluey. Speed got on the outside of the ball. He wanted to trick Triple Trouble here. He wanted to fake a wall clear, then cut in field, and maybe get a pass, maybe get a dribble started. But the danger with that is if you're on the outside of the ball and you take a 50-50, it can just fly on target, and that's what's happened. There's no goalie there. Speaking of which, no goalie here either. Cuxer tries to play the ball to the back corner, but Scrubkill has cheated up, and they have no backup plan for if the kickoff doesn't go well. Their plan there, it looks like, was to bring Speed in from the back corner. Scrubkiller wanted more. He wanted to cheat forward and maybe get Cuxer winning the kickoff. They're just not on the same page, and Triple Trouble are dominating them now in a matchup that looked close early on. It's good speed by Bluey as he came out to challenge. He's still very much part of the game on the far side here. Tadpole rather being an option for Bluey, I should say. Ricks shooting top corner. He's able to follow up with a dunk on Speed. This is real bad for Mouz. Their individual ability has not outclassed Triple Trouble like I'm sure some people expected in this matchup. I personally didn't think that they would be able to just bully and out-mechanic Triple Trouble with this lineup. Certainly not with Speed, maybe with the tricks that Cux and Scrub can bring to the table. Oh, that's close. Nice pass in field by Scrub. One of the first times that Mouz have been able to connect with each other in offense. Cux into the ceiling. Gets another touch on it as well, but it's not much use for them as Triple Trouble advancing, making progress. And not for the first time this series as the ball crosses over from left to right, from right to left. There's nobody there on the far side of the field for Mouz to utilize the cross-field pass. They're all boxed up. They're all in a line in offense for most of the time, and that's almost a third goal. It might still be. It will be. Hat-trick for Bluey. 3-0 for Triple Trouble. And there's just no third man there to contest the last ball. Cux on the goal line with nothing to say for himself. And it's looking like the worst showing possible for Mouz. in the business end of the series, the part of the series where they're supposed to be elevating their game and showing that they are the better team with a slow start. But slow start or no, they're just not the better team today, it would seem. Triple Trouble are easily disposing of them. They're handling the offense that Mouz brings to the table, and they're not giving Mouz many chances to handle theirs. Bluey walks in and challenges Scrubkilla with ease. You know, if you'd reversed the team colors today, switched the nameplates, people wouldn't have been surprised. They would have thought, well, yeah, of course Mouz makes solo plays and outplay Triple Trouble. They are, of course, the RLCS team. And if you look at the individual talent of their lineup, you expect that from them. But it's actually been Triple Trouble who are making plays on Mouz. They have been superior. And they're currently on a fast track to a 3-0 win. That would leave RLRS teams at the top of the table in Group D. Mouz completely lost here. They're completely stuck for what to do. They can't even get the ball out of their half at the moment. They're trying to keep control of the possession. They're trying to pass the ball. But everywhere they look, there's a Triple Trouble player ready to challenge them, ready to get in the way, and ready to send the ball back into the middle. Boost steals are coming in at all angles as well. It's a risky 50-50 by Bluey, but it's well blocked by Rix. Scrubkilla brings it down. That's a great demo off the ball, but Bluey's stepped in with a fake challenge from deep in the midfield. Deep in the backfield, I should say. And he had Scrub shooting earlier than he really wanted to. Look at that clock, only 33 seconds left, and Mouz are still scoreless. Cuxter tries to fire on target, but it's an awkward angle. And he took off very vertically for it. Tadpole with a huge clear ball. Rix is ready to follow up on it. And he's trying to make a solo play onto Scrub as well. It's wide open for Bluey. 4 goals in 1 game for the new signing. And Speed has left the match. He's seen enough. What a devastating loss for him in particular, being a former member of the Triple Trouble lineup. But to be 3-0'd today, that is just something that I don't think anybody expected. We all knew that Triple Trouble would be dangerous. We all knew that there would be a chance, just like in the first series of the day, NLE versus TSM. But to come in and 3-0 Mouz and also just dominate in the last game, that leaves some questions as to where Mouz are going to go from here, because this is devastating. Not just to their chances in this tournament, but to their run of form overall as a team. They're not doing too hot right now in RLCS. They've got some very tough matches coming up there, and it doesn't get any easier here either. They've got RCD and they've got Rec to come.